Hey, I'm Sith King.
And I'm Sonic Sons.
And we're the Rambling Reviewers.
And we're here with The Legend of Korra.
The sequel series to Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Who turns out is not the Last Airbender, but that's okay.
Yeah.
He was the last at the time, and now there's a sequel series. And
well, you know, he got with Katara, and now there's more Airbenders. I think you know where we're going with this. Well, you should know, because if you listen to our little review show, you've heard the word fuck so many times, you really shouldn't be listening to it unless, well, you're the proper age.
What a great way to start off the review. No, not really. All right.
Your mom's a great way to start off the review.
Not really. She's not a very good reviewer.
But anyways.
We're going through these episodes 2 at a time, and we're gonna discuss however many minutes of discussion we get per 2 episodes. I've already seen the first 5. You've already seen the first 3. So here we are reviewing the first 2, having seen it for the second time.
And I caught them on TV, so
you saw some in the middle, did you?
No, I caught the first 3 episodes on TV.
Oh, okay.
Meaning I missed bits of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So first 2 episodes. Okay, I listed some comparisons between the 2. Like, Avatar Aang was a very peaceful Avatar. He
was also goofy, but yeah.
Yeah, he was also goofy, but he was very humble, which is, when he first, it took him a while to admit that he was even the Avatar, just because he didn't want to be the Avatar at first. Mm-hmm. He rejected it and ran away because he feared the pressure that would be put on top of him.
Spoilers for Avatar, by the way.
Korra came right out and threw rocks and fire at people who were asking if she was the Avatar. Screamed, "I'm the Avatar, you gotta deal with it."
Yeah.
All she was missing was the sunglasses.
Yeah. But I love that contrast, you know. And similarly with, she's a prodigy in 3 of the elements, because he spent so much time in the first series learning the elements, which was great. And I just assumed they were going to do that same thing. And then when I saw that first episode, I was like, oh, of course, that's much more clever to say she's a prodigy. We're going to skip most of that training and do other stuff now, which is what they get around to.
Or they just, she could have taken a while to learn it. They said that she had a hard time understanding the philosophy. So it's possible that, she was good at it.
Yeah, she was Bam the Avatar, so she was good at it. She was way more than Aang was at that age.
Yeah,
She knew one element.
Yeah. Also, something interesting to note, the art style is far more adult.
Yeah, but it still has those Avatar hints to it. Like, they exaggerate expressions sometimes, I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Tenzin I like her his mature daughter. I'm convinced the other daughter is the result of Ty Lee somehow breeding into Aang's family. Somehow. Do not ask me how. I'm guessing it's because Ty Lee is the human incarnation of Pinkie Pie.
There you go. We got to... it was pretty efficient the way that first episode rolled, and we learned, about Korra. Then we're in Republic City. It's like a whole new world. Then we see...
Which, I have to admit... Yeah, the White Lotus kind of screwed up. I think they should have been training her. This is how you deal with new situations in the modern world, instead of, so that the first time she went to a city, she didn't try to do vigilante justice.
Run into a street.
Break laws.
Yeah.
Escape from police.
Yeah.
Have some understanding of basic human interactions.
Well, she knows basic human interactions, but she doesn't know the big city life for sure.
Basic human interactions, she knows that, really. That's why she threatened to bend at someone. That anti-bending guy who was supporting Amon.
Yeah, it's the same reason someone might get mad at a guy who's, yelling random crap on the street. She's just an aggressive person. It doesn't mean like she's
good point.
Alien or something.
Yeah.
The big city thing. I love that there's no medieval stasis. The technology advanced. We have cars now. We have electric lights. We're going to deal with it. We're going to have a new world with avatars.
I do know some of what's coming, and I do have a rant prepared for that. So don't worry, fans of me ranting. You will get what you want.
Oh, dear.
But, so far I'm liking the setting of Republic City. It's quite like a modern city. Already some divisions are being presented. Even in the earlier scenes, Tenzin's wife wanted at least one child who wasn't an airbender, who was like her, who was normal.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that comparison, but you're right. There's a bit of
it shows that there are lines being drawn, even not just in Republic City, but in the world in general.
Yeah.
And I think it was kind of inevitable. This is Republic City. It's where all the nations come together to form new harmony crap or whatever.
Yeah.
Before, various nations were, I won't say isolated. I mean, clearly there had to have been trade between them.
Right, but all the firebenders lived in one place and all the earthbenders lived in another place, except when there was a war. But anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone was homogenous, is what we're saying.
In fact, there was an interquel comic between that takes place in between. Actually, this proposed 3 that are supposed to happen. One covers how basically Republic City was formed. It was a Fire Nation colony that had Earth Kingdom people living in it, but they grew to live together and they were homogenous. But because
they were heterogeneous, if there were 2 different groups living together, or whatever, they were harmonious.
But one of the problems Aang had to deal with was his past Avatar lives were saying, no, we need to keep the nations separate because they're different. So eventually he ended up rejecting those.
And we now have this new nation thing, which is a nice place an easy way to see benders of all types show up all the time.
But the problem with that is there will inevitably be social distinctions and social classes that rise up amongst any group of people.
Though in this case, it's not so much one element versus another. It's going to be benders versus non-benders.
Precisely. It's people who can defend themselves versus people who
can't. Yeah.
I mean,
until they invent the gun, and that really shakes up the Avatar universe.
Part of my rant has to do with that, but
okay.
I think part of the reason for there not being a gun is, well, there hasn't really been a need for a gun.
Yeah.
Why waste time perfecting a projectile weapon when
you have all these other weapons?
When you have, the ability to shoot blasts of fire with pinpoint accuracy.
Yep.
Or suck the water out of a person, or crush them between boulders.
Yep. So yeah, I like that. It strikes the right balance of still feeling like Avatar while being refreshing and new. And it's about and I love pro bending. That's the thing I meant to say.
Pro bending. It's an interesting outgrowth, but I'd like to see how that was started.
I mean, I guess I'd like to see, but I'm not puzzled by it. It makes perfect sense that it would emerge.
Well, some game involving bending would emerge, but maybe. I mean, the most likely place it started was probably Earth Kingdom or Fire Nation, just some kids throwing rocks at each other to push each other back, and then probably with the Harmony Restoration movement, where the Fire Nation colonies eventually became the Republic City. Various other bending styles were integrated. Now it would probably be a really long time before airbending is brought about, because
that's why it's not in the tournament. Because there are 4 airbenders in the world, or 3 maybe. No, 4. I guess Milo can airbend.
And then there's that baby that's coming, but
we don't know yet. So
Katara said she would be an airbender.
Well, yeah, but is Katara psychic? I thought she was just saying that the way everyone says.
She's a healer who can bloodbend. I think she can figure that out.
What? It's just never been established that they have, blood-bending in utero scans powers, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they've had precisely one pregnant woman in the...
Exactly! So they haven't established it.
But I'm figuring...
I mean, doesn't everyone say, I'm sure it will grow up to be a strong baby when they really don't know Jack?
Well, Katara seemed pretty damn sure.
Alright, we'll find out.
But so far, Korra is a far more aggressive character than Aang is.
Yep.
And we were introduced to
Bolin and Mako.
Bolinbo and Jorgen.
No.
Oh no, wait, those are the twins from Gurren Lagann.
Bolin and Mako.
Yeah, Bolin and Mako. I've only seen one episode with them so far. The second episode. Bolin seems to be the fun-loving one, and I told Sonic, I have this... Mass Effect fans will know that the way that the Rachni described how they feel is through colors and songs, and how indoctrination is a sour yellow note. Well, sometimes I feel like that. I'm not saying I'm a hippie or anything. Like, I just feel green.
Who said you were a hippie?
I'm cutting off complaints at the source.
Okay.
But sometimes I just feel colors instead of full-on emotions. And when I see Mako, I don't know, I get this kind of gray, squiggly line feeling. I don't really know exactly how to describe it, but it's not pleasant. I just kind of dislike him, and I don't even know why. Maybe it's because he resembles, like, all these other emos of fiction that I grow to hate, like Sasuke Uchiha. But, I don't know, I just don't like him.
No. Well...
He's kind of an ass, too, but aside from that, I don't like him.
I mean, I'm fine with him as a character. He's not my favorite or anything, but I don't know. We'll see how he develops as the show goes on.
Let's see. Anything else we have to add?
That's about it. I was just gonna say, I love how pro bending. They didn't tell you the rules really. You just got the sense of it, you know, and it felt like how a sport should feel, you know. I don't know that possibility for comebacks and strategies, and the way he was saying you keep on your toes right before you. Yeah, I felt like they thought that through a bit, and it just gives us another excuse to watch lots of bending. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
great animation as always.
Oh yeah, wonderful animation, beautiful art, and just a. Actually, I forgot what I was gonna say. My bad.
All right.
Okay, well, until next time, this is Sith King
And Sonic Sons.
and we're signing off.